The doctor secretly poured venom into the clean water. Then he rubbed it all over his body with a cloth. To make absolutely sure nothing went wrong, he even filled his body with venom. Only then did he feel safe enough to change into a decent set of clothes. Enduring the pain of the venom eating at him, he carried out the most crucial step of his plan. The reason he did all this was because cannibalism had appeared within the crew. He wanted to put an end to it. The next morning, the doctor was stripped and placed on the dining table. They enjoyed the delicious meal in front of them, their eyes showing no mercy, only deep hunger and greed. What had happened to make them cross the line of humanity and start eating their own kind? The story begins a month ago. Two of the most advanced British naval vessels attempted to find a navigable route through the Arctic. The supplies on board were enough for over 100 people for 3 years. But once they entered the Arctic, strange phenomena began to occur, one after another. One crew member, while eating, suddenly began shaking all over. The doctor couldn't determine the cause. As everyone discussed how to treat him, it seemed the ship had hit something, causing a sudden violent shake. A crew member on the deck was thrown into the sea. In just a few seconds, the man stopped struggling. Since the ship could still move normally, no one paid much attention to this incident. They all assumed the ship had accidentally hit something. However, that night, the sick crew member showed strange symptoms again. He saw an old man with a strange face standing by his bed. The crew member screamed in terror, waking Dr. George, who was nearby. The doctor looked around but found nothing. At that moment, the crew member shouted, "Run," and then suddenly stopped breathing. This bizarre way of dying was something George had never seen before. He quickly reported the situation to his superiors, because this was already the fourth crew member to die without a diagnosable cause. To find out the reason, his superior ordered George to immediately perform autopsies. But strangely, their organs were perfectly normal. Their blood showed no signs of infection either. Meanwhile, the temperature suddenly began to drop. The ice grew thicker and thicker. Even with explosives, the ship could only move very slowly. The captain had no choice but to shut down the propellers, waiting for the ice to melt. But 8 months passed, and the ice still hadn't changed at all. If things continued like this, the food would eventually run out. So the captain decided to send several expedition teams to find a way out. After one team traveled for a few days, they were blocked by an ice wall several meters high. They could only bring their personal gear, leaving the supplies and ship behind. Climbing over the ice wall, they unexpectedly discovered a piece of land. At that moment, everyone was overjoyed, because this meant they had a better chance of survival. But when they returned the same way, everyone was shocked by what they saw. The ship carrying the supplies had been overturned. What could have done this that even several of them together couldn't move it? Everyone felt a chill run down their spines. At night, they were suddenly awakened by a piercing roar. They thought it was a bear. They immediately grabbed their weapons and searched. At that moment, a shadow suddenly appeared ahead. Instinctively, they opened fire, but when they got closer, they realized it was a local native. The old man was badly injured and in critical condition. His daughter stood nearby, extremely anxious. She stood up and shouted angrily at them, but the girl had been scolding them just a second ago. The next moment, her expression turned tense.